Well, here we are on Thursday of our week and looking at Jesus' final days, and there are some incredible things that take place today. Yesterday seemed to be kind of a quiet day whenever we look at the Gospels and try and figure out what's going on. But today is a day full of activities, and the first thing that we have is we need to understand that the calendar for Jews of that day was different than it is for us. So for us, Thursday started at midnight last night, whereas Thursday started for them at nightfall last night. And so it'll go till nightfall tonight, and then it becomes Friday. So that gets us out of some of the confusion that we sometimes have by reading the gospel accounts. Well, it's a Passover celebration, and I know a lot of us are celebrating Passover as well, at least the deliverance from bondage that God gives us through Jesus Christ, just like He delivered the Israelites out of Egypt. So, even like a lot of us have put a red ribbon on the door to indicate that during this time of great global change and restrictions on travel, that we know that the Savior is coming. And so today is the day of preparation for the Passover. This is the day in which they slaughter the lambs, get the herbs together, prepare the dinner meals, and everything else. And the thing that we need to understand is that by Deuteronomy 16, verses 5 and 6, the Passover meal has to be celebrated in the place where God would place His name. And we know that that is Jerusalem. And so that was done in the time of David. And so that's what it still is today. So we know that the place is crowded with people, crowded with sacrifices, crowded with shopping and everything else. So there's a unique set of circumstances where Jesus finds the room. He doesn't just rent a room at the local Holiday Inn Express and then expect to have it ready. What he does is he sends Peter and John into town, and he said, "Look for a man carrying a water jar." Now, that wouldn't seem to be real strange to us, but in that culture, only women carried water jars. And so here we have another one of those divine setups where God establishes His plan in detail to fulfill everything that He has foretold. So they go to the room and they get that and they get it all done. And then they all gather there. And it starts with a foot washing, uh, which is in John 13, where Jesus tells them that He's going to wash their feet first, which was a normal thing whenever they came in to eat dinner. But at this time, and of course, we know that Peter objects.